Hello fellow traders, and welcome to this second part of the webinar of unconventional Forex trading. And of course I suggest you to watch the previous video, which is the first part. Basically I'm doing this second part because as it appears, with the less the frequency I publish videos, the higher the frequency I receive mails and requests of every kind, and also Skype contacts. So I just made a kind of appendix to the previous video as a second part, which somehow I will speak about another topic very briefly. And I strongly beg you to watch the entire video first, from the beginning to the end, because a lot of emails I've got, they were asking something that was already explained or answered in the video, and by asking to the people that was sending me mail, they were saying, oh, but I just saw the first 10 minutes, whatever. I know it takes a moment to explain things, but I will put myself available for a reply, of course, when there is an email with some sense, not very short messages or nonsense messages. But sometimes you ask something that is then explained maybe at the 25th minute of the video, so take the patience to watch at least once the video completely. Okay, so all this said, just to go directly to the topic. Today it's Friday, is the 26th of October 2019, and markets are closed, and I will do just a brief explanation of something which compares somehow, because I got requests on this, so I will put some practical trading examples. I will expose why manual trading is definitely better than automated trading. For as regard, of course, retail traders especially. Indeed, manual trading anyway requires a good quality of market analysis and requires therefore the proper tools, which in my case is my currency strength meter u.U.F.O that I have built by myself and for myself on the MT4 MetaTrader platform. So all this said, let's go directly to the point, and I will start. Let's see, I will start with this. Okay, so if you watch the previous video, you will see it will end with a balance and some examples for as regard the risk management and the good quality of the analysis, and the results that a good quality of analysis, in my case based on math, can lead to some impressive results, or at least good results. For someone are impressive. Now markets are closed, as I said, and so you see my u.U.F.O that was still running somehow, so it's a kind of screenshot. This one is just static now because there is no data feed basically, so it can also disappear, but doesn't matter. And in the previous video you saw a balance that was then in the statement, of MT4. This week I traded not that much days, because we have to mention something that yes can be done also in automated trading, but let's say that with manual trading you have also to focus on certain aspects of the markets. with regard, for example, the fact that it's better stay out of trading when some markets are closed, and in this case, in this week, we got the Tokyo session that was closed for holidays on Monday, I think. So there are some days, and even the day after, where markets are more ranging than trending, unless there are other reasons for them to trend, but normally it happens this. So there are days where there is no practical trend that can give you a kind of relaxed trading, because there is a kind of inner oscillation rather than trend, even if sometimes there are very big oscillations, but within a range. And with the trend I feel more confident, at least, because you can catch better moves. So also with Brexit issue that is somehow leading GBP in a very crazy way, with a lot of pips that can be done, and unfortunately I was out a couple of days for medical reasons, so I just traded some days. Okay, so as you can see here, we are starting from the negative side, you know, of the trade, when you have to close your trades because you're going with the risk management that I was talking about in the previous video. Anyway, when you go over a certain percentage of negative percentage of your balance. And anyway, if you remember, let's also do this for a second. We were, the last screenshot was this one with the October, the 18th of October at 11:43 with this balance. Okay, and basically I made some extra trades this week, and as I was showing you, we're going here, sorry, huh? Okay, we have here, now we have a balance of 52,812 units. Yes, of course, also we can see it here. Okay, and basically this is exactly what I'm showing you now. So there is now a new statement that is dated 25th of October. Yes, now I said 26th because now is already Sunday here. Okay, anyway, I'm talking about the week of with the Friday, because now it's Friday, so this statement is regarding Friday, the 25th of October at 22:55. Okay, so this is the very latest statement that I made for this week, and the results were not that much. I could have traded even better, but I got times that was not possible for me of being at the computer and make an analysis and save some time for that. So I made just a couple of trades. Anyway, we can see that from the final balance of 50,055.31 units, I increased it to of about 2,750 units. Okay, so that was anyway a positive result. Going further, and I was willing to talk about the manual trading versus the automated trading. There are weeks where Forex market can be more predictable and less stressful. other weeks it's not the same. This is why there are also exogenous factors that we must assume and think with our own mind and figure out somehow that can be a more hard to read analysis of the markets. And I told you a minute ago that basically there are some conditions when certain markets are closed that influence all the day, because their currency, in this case for example the Japanese yen, were not moving. Therefore there was the need to keep them in a range, and as all the currencies are correlated, connected, interrelated one to each other, also the other currency pairs were somehow influenced by the ranging of just one currency, okay, or at least more limited because of the need of maintaining stability. At least this is my analysis for this week. And I'm saying this now because there is something that I was hitting in the web, of course on YouTube, and so it's public, so I think I can at least show one thing in relation to a kind of automation. I think that was something like that, but what I wanted to show you is that for all the emails that I get where they're asking me, do you think about making a U.F.O which is fully automated? This is a wrong approach to the thing, because u.U.F.O is made, which is unconventional Forex outlook or unconventional Forex observer. It's a tool to read in real time the trending of the strength of the currencies. That it's a kind of 75% of the analysis. Is just a leading indication that defines on which currencies I have to focus. Then comes another part that takes in consideration the market conditions, and then the in-chart analysis to identify the highs, the lows, the good spots where position my trades. That completes the analysis and prepares for the trading. Okay, so there's a kind of process that involves multiple aspects. So the U.F.O in itself, the moment is just a part of a strategy, cannot be automated, because the final decision is not because now here I see New Zealand dollar CAD that I'm going to trade New Zealand dollar CAD. I'm receiving something like a filter that it says take a look to New Zealand dollar CAD, but if a move already occurred, I know that by passing these two currencies I will take a look to others, because these are already gone. So it's a filter that can tell me it's time to take action on these currencies, or these currencies has revealed already their move. Therefore I know that they can be considered in the opposite direction, or that I can use the other 6 currencies remaining. So I make a kind of analysis on 6 currencies rather than 8 currencies, okay? But then I consider also other factors. And as I told you, I was on the web and I took just a screenshot, okay? And let's talk about this example. I went into this page and I saw that was a streaming, it was in real time, and there was this challenge of live trading challenge, £1 million challenge, where I think it's a good example of how bad the automation can be, for my reasons at least. Okay, and we see here a challenge on the GBPUSD. I hope, let me check if you can see it better. Let's make it even better. Okay, it's the GBPUSD. Okay, so this account has had this balance and was making this loss, because since the beginning of the day was injecting at this level a buy order that for more than 10 hours, sorry, was leading to this result. Now we can see now how GBP went today. Okay, but let me tell you that that was an automation. As you can see, we have these values and we have this order injected by kind of analysis that it's also made on a single currency pair, so cannot consider the strength and the weakness of the 8 currencies that are in the Forex market. Okay, it was just on an application of something on the chart of GBPUSD. So maybe, yeah, this account was 531,000 pounds, okay, was in negative, was trading a volume of 10 lots and with minus 6,500 pounds. But in my opinion, giving to the market that amount for 10 hours, it means you have wasted a day. Even if then it retraces, even if this loss is the 1%, almost the 1%, so it's within the parameters of a good money management. There was this issue about creating a very poor portfolio based on one currency pair only and having a negative exposition for 10 hours. If you do day trading, you cannot do that. Every day, at least, you have to bring home something. Okay? Or if this is a wrong, you have to cut it. I think it's kind of a dangerous way to put the things and to show the automation, because 10 lots is something that, of course, we are talking about big amounts, or probably a demo account, I don't know this, but I don't want to investigate further, okay? But I think it's very, see here, the time, so it was open since the end of the markets, since since Thursday the 24th, that was open, and was this negative. But I think for normal retail traders, simple people, and even the majority which are novice or unexperienced, it's a very bad example, and it's automation. So just to counterbalance this, which is, I don't know, made what way, what are these fucking indicators, sorry for the word indicators, but let me show you that what I did today for as regard the market. Okay, so I took as well a screenshot of my GBPUSD trading. Okay, because the u.U.F.O is not loaded on all the chart. It requires only the euro-dollar chart. See here, euro-dollar, one chart only on the daily time frame in this case, and I can read and have everything under my control, on my control, and I will show you. I was here on this GBPUSD. This is a 5-minute chart. Let's put it on a 50-minute chart so it makes sense. Okay, so on this Friday, this was the GBPUSD. Okay, and as you can see, I made a trade that I will show you in a moment at 10. So it was 10 on the server time in the morning, 10 a.m. At this level of price, and I made, of course, not a buy but a sell. Okay, making some good profit. Okay, for 45 pips. Okay, and just to show you, this is the GBPUSD at 15 minutes. This is, of course, the chart that I was showing you. Also, this is a screenshot just to evidence. Okay, this is a sell order of one lot, and it's already a lot of a lot. Sorry for it. And as you can see, this level sell order, okay, was made here. And we can check as well GBPUSD. Let's get it the line. Here it is. GBPUSD. Here it is. Okay. I also got, of course, some negatives, but who cares? So at 10 a.m. 1 GBP, sell, not buy, like the automation. Okay, at 1.28, around 1.28578. Okay, 1.28. This is a little bit above. Let's show you in a picture. This line is a little bit above, just to give the opportunity to see also the sell order line, which is here. So if this is 1.28609, this one is 1 point something less than 605, and so it's the 1.2857, 1.286, 1.285. Okay, just a little bit less, was around this area, a little bit lower. Okay, hope this makes sense. Just to, and also let's take a look. Maybe this is the 15-minute chart. Okay, so let's take a look to the 1-minute chart. And in the 1-minute chart you can see even more clearly, which is 1.2, around that value. Okay, 1.285, 1.285. Okay, GBPUSD. So, well, yeah. So I'm not getting why certain hours of trade, so effort that I put with manual trading, they give such a negative result. Because what I mean for day trading is that by the end of the day you close your positions and tomorrow is another day. But this kind of results are not good, and they are a very bad behavior example, not only a bad example, a bad behavior example. It's very dangerous, because people that are beginners can think, oh, we can go like that. No, you can't. You have to make your own analysis and get some results sooner or later. The moment you are doing an automation, you don't know what is going on. The moment you do the analysis, you know exactly what's going on, or at least much better. And if something is not clear in your mind, you know you can quit. This way you don't know what is going on. And of course, when you're at the beginning of a trade and you see a buy, okay, but then it's retracing, and then bang, down again. You take for the day, not swing trading, especially when you have automations. They are dangerous, okay? So, hope this example and this is of course the u.U.F.O running. So this is the result of the analysis of the market, not of the u.U.F.O. u.U.F.O, it's said anyway, big helper. For me is basically everything, because it uses math and gives me numbers, and it's a kind of filtering very tight that I can perform a good market analysis for manual trading. It's the effort that I will do manually, chart after chart, for 28 charts, so the 28 currency pairs every day, that instead of making that in hours, I make that in minutes, and then I focus my trading also with Excels, spreadsheets, and with anyway chart analysis. Okay, so GBPUSD, that bad example was a buy in this area and let it go. That's wrong. First, you have to close at the end of the day, and second, there was a sell, not a buy action to take. Okay, well, I know there are many questions, whatever, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and took the how can I say, the good example of this. I respect everyone that trades. I don't like any way, and I disagree with certain ways of showing Forex and Forex trading, because this website had no opportunity, for example, to have comments, had advertisement, and had merchandising. I do Forex for a reason, because I wanted to crack somehow, to be capable or to realize something that would have allowed me to hack or to crack, debug, reverse engineer the Forex market. It's a personal passion prior than trading and make the retail trader. I'm not merchandising my stuff. And when I see websites or YouTube channels where instead of giving knowledge or good behavioral examples, they're they're there just to make audience and sell merchandise. You do a merchandiser, not you're not a trader, or at least you can be a trader as well. You have my respect, but it's not good for the people. It's not educational. Okay. Anyway, we can have a lesson learning from this. Okay, the lesson learning is that manual trading is definitely better and more effective than automated trading. It requires for you to be there and work if you do day trading, but you get results and you know what you're doing. Automation, it's good to be in the computation, in the formulas. That kind of automation is nice because saves hours and hours of work, of daily work, and repetitive work. Okay, but the other kind of automation where orders are injected based on a single chart and creating basically a ghost portfolio of just one currency pair. I trade and hedge them together. So despite also some negative results, but we can see that on around this time between 9:30 and 10, as you may notice, I traded the GBP against all the currencies. So I created a kind of diversification of my portfolio based on the GBP that was weak. That anyway was weaker than the other currencies. It's more than 75% of the job, but then it takes also to enter, because there was not that much movement, 45 pips. So it's good to have a good entering position, but it was Friday. And even in Fridays, where certain markets are closing and they are not open till next day, it's like they're closed for holidays. So that's why on the Fridays there are not very good situations to catch. Okay, there is a kind of oddity, a kind of mysterious, something that cannot be predicted. Probably guessing you get more, or making some kind of voodoo dance, you can get more results. But anyway, probably the voodoo stuff or the magic rituals or some chakra meditation can be more effective if compared to automation. This is my personal opinion. Okay, so respect to all. I respect also those who are making something that I totally disagree, but at least I gave my opinion, and I hope at least a part of you can be can agree with me. And at the same time, I hope that all the emails that we're talking about automation rather than manual trading can have at least an example of one and the others and the other, and at least figure out what I'm talking about. Okay, so with this said, I don't want to make it that much long, so I hope you're still there watching the video that now is ending. And as usual, I thank you for watching and subscribing my channel, for the many mails that I receive. Be patient, and of course be something, because one line of email where I have to write down and reply, for me it doesn't make sense, so I reject that. But if someone is explaining me something, or be very specific, or wants to talk to Skype, and there are the conditions, and in that case, I take in consideration for whatever it takes for a simple opinion rather than mentoring or than figuring out what my tools are and what they are for. But also the respect that I give to you by doing something here is also something that I pay respect for the effort that I made in all the years that I am into Forex, in the Forex thing. I also beg you for a bit of respect to my person that, or at least understanding that it takes some time to reply to all or whatever. So thanks again for watching, for subscribing, and for supporting my project. And as usual, I wish you good space and time and good life. Take care of you, okay?